Mal, it's a pleasure to have you here today, have a conversation. Let's talk about the company. So Ghana is one of the gold mining countries of Africa. Can you tell us about some of the advantages of being in Ghana?
Yeah, Ghana is a phenomenal jurisdiction. I think a lot of people, unfortunately, take Africa and lump it all together. Africa has unique countries. Each has their own challenges, pros and cons. Ghana is phenomenal in terms of, it's English speaking. You don't need security in country. It has a long, stable history politically, and one that is very supportive of mining. It is known as the Gold Coast for a reason, given the history of gold mining in country. And so what you tend to see in West Africa specifically, because Ghana has stood out for so many decades as being a pillar of stability within that region, it has really become the hub for contractors. For example, one of the contractors we use for drilling, Geodrill, their primary hub for their global operations, where they build all their drill rigs, is 4 hours down the road from our project. You see a lot of those types of contractors basing themselves out of Ghana for the rest of West Africa because of the stability in country and that pro-development mindset that the government has. So it's been great. I mean, I've been there numerous times. I've always felt extremely safe. And what really stands out is the modern infrastructure relative to the rest of West Africa and that skilled mining labor in country as well.
What attracted you to the company? Why did you join?
Yeah, so I joined Newcore about 4.5 years ago now, and really it was on the back of Luke Alexander had joined as CEO. He has a very strong reputation in the industry. I'd met him a few times and had thought very highly of him. And when I saw that he joined Doug Forrester and Blaine Johnson's group, I'd had some experience working with them historically when I was in investment banking. They have a very strong track record. I was really excited to have an opportunity to work with the team, A, because of their track record, B, that shareholder alignment. One of the things I've always looked for is seeing actual management and board holding stock that's not been handed to them, but stock that they've actually invested. So, with our group, that's been invested by buying on market or participating in financings alongside shareholders. And I think that's a really strong element of Newcore, but one that I also want to be part of. So myself, I have invested in every financing since I joined the company, and I think it's really important to have that alignment with shareholders. So it was really team focused, and then secondly, it was asset and location. For me, Africa has so much opportunity in terms of actually being able to progress projects on a very timely, in a timely manner. When it comes to permitting, you're not in permitting purgatory for 10 years. You find an asset, you drill it, you make a discovery, and you can actually put that into production within 3 to 5 years, not 10 to 20. So it's something that's always been very attractive to me in terms of being able to actually advance a project towards production.
So, the company had results out a couple of days ago, some very good results, including the highest grade gold intercept you've ever had at the project. When will we get more results from the drill program, and what are some of the key catalysts for the company in 2025?
Yeah, so we have a 10,000 meter drill program underway currently. Of that, we've released around 5,500 meters in 31 holes. That's all been targeted on our Boyne deposit, which is one of our largest deposits that comprises our resource estimate at Enchi currently. And that has been very successful to date. That drill program is focused on infill, so conversion of our inferred into indicated. And every single drill hole within those results that we've released has hit mineralization. 3 key things, as you mentioned, we did hit 204 grams per ton over a meter. That is our highest grade hit across the property. But what we're really excited about is the wide zones of mineralization we're encountering, as well as we're seeing mineralization outside of the pits that constrain our resource estimate. So along with conversion, we're also hoping to see some resource growth with the drilling underway. But with that, in terms of catalysts, what's coming up next, we're still drilling. So that drill rig is turning, and we still have about half of that drill program to come in terms of results. So we'll be looking at drilling at Sinn, which is our largest deposit on the project, as well as we will be doing a little bit of exploration drilling on previously defined targets that do not currently have have a resource. So those drill results will be coming over the next several months. So lots of news flow and catalysts to come in terms of through Q1 into Q2. And then what's next? I mean, the key element here is we have a PEA, a very robust PEA, economics on the project that highlight the potential for an open pit heap leach. And with the type of mineralization we have, it is amenable to heap leaching. As you know, that's a lower upfront capital type of mining operation. So our view is, given the robust economics we have that we've defined in that PEA, it makes a lot of sense to continue to drive that development forward. So the drilling is a key component of that, of moving that PEA towards a PFS. We need to complete additional drilling to convert inferred to indicated for a PFS. And then we're also doing a lot of low-cost de-risking work that needs to be completed before we can push go on actually commissioning the PFS, because you need all your ducks in a row, obviously. So a little bit of additional metallurgical test work's been identified. We're doing hydrogeology, geotech, a lot of low-cost development work that's really important for advancing the project further.
The pre-feasibility study, will that come in 2025, or is that for the following year?
That'll be in, currently our goal with that is H1 2026. So the idea is we spend the next 6 months focused on getting the work done that's needed ahead of commissioning a PFS, and hit go on that in the second half of the year with the results or in the first half of next year.
Okay. You have a very large property package. I mean, it's a big footprint. It's a very sizable shear zone. Will you do some step out, some wildcatting, find some new deposits, along this structure?
So we definitely have the opportunity to do so. Currently, with the market, it's not a robust market for exploration drilling. Our current focus has really been on taking that PEA and advancing the project forward based on that. That being said, if we were to see the market turn, the great thing about Ghana, as I mentioned, our drilling contractor 4 hours down the road, you can drill year round. We can turn those drill rigs on very quickly in the right market environment. So we're not currently looking at those kind of wild card exploration step outs, but we've identified numerous targets on the project. It's not an issue when the time is right. And, with that deeper drilling potential, given the analogy to Chirano to the north, we think there's a lot more in the deeper, higher grade sulfides, as well as across the property in terms of the oxide heap leachable near surface. So we've identified over 25 targets across the 248 square kilometer package, on which we've drilled on 9. And of 9 of those, only 5 currently have a resource. So we're going to do a little bit of drilling on the earlier stage. It'll be a very small subset of the 10,000 meters. For example, Kojina Hill, that's an earlier stage target that has drilling but does not have a resource identified. And we will look to do a little bit of drilling there to prove that up. So yes, lots more to come. It's just...
How much cash does the company have currently?
We ended the year with about 5 million Canadian. That does fund us for the drill program, that 10,000 meters, completing that, as well as some of the low-cost de-risking work that needs to be completed ahead of a PFS.
Karwowska of Newcore Gold. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rob. It's been a pleasure.